Cool. Right, so onto all fours. I've got the strap as well for later. Stacking shoulders and hips, circling into wrist straight away. I want to do some handstands as well later, and forearm stands. And start lengthening the breaths as well as you're doing those circles. And then pointing fingertips outwards, pushing shoulders side to side. Lots of mobility and strengthening in the wrists. Turning the fingertips backwards if you can. Slide bending those elbows and rocking forwards and backwards to stretch the forearms. And now sitting onto the heels, knees wide, turning the fingertips inwards, pressing the back of the wrists onto the mat. Coming back onto the knuckles to rest the wrist. Inhale, press onto the mat. Exhale, come onto the wrists. Do it about 4 or 5 times. Try your best to keep the elbows straight if you can. And one more time. Come back onto all fours. Start with cat-cow. Again, restacking shoulders and hips. Opening the chest, inhale. Exhale, close the chest, round the back. Take your time to feel the stretch in the stomach and in the back, and draw the belly button in. So your stomach muscles are starting to switch on. And then come back to neutral. Spinal balance, pushing the right leg in the back, squaring hips, squeezing right glute, left fingertips to the front. Just find that long line. Sucking belly button in. So there is no arching in the back. If you can, reach the left fingertips all the way to the back, and then maybe bend the right knee and grab that right foot from the outside and gently push into that left hand to open the shoulders and the chest. If that's too much, just hold the spinal balance with straight arms and legs. Make sure your stomach is still staying tight, no dumping into the lower back. And then release those arms and legs straight. One more big inhale. Exhale, come back onto all fours. And then going for the other side straight away. Left leg goes back, right fingertips to the front. Squeeze the glute as you're lifting everything. Square the hips. Long waist both sides. Belly button is drawing in. And then reach back with the right fingertips if you want. Start bending the left knee if it's there. Grab the foot from the outside if possible. And then gently push into the hand. Make sure your left arm stays straight. Make sure your lower back is not arching too much. And then long line one more time, big inhale. Exhale back onto all fours and just reach the fingertips forwards and come onto your front. Put your feet wider than your mat, press the feet into the mat. A few back extensions here. Inhale, I'm doing mini cobras. I've got the hands in line with the face. Exhale, come down. It doesn't matter a great deal because I'm going to change it very soon. But for now, whilst you're doing these mini cobras, press the feet down, press the pubic bone down so your lower back is long. Next time you come up, try and stay up and then lift the fingertips as well. You'll either stay here or big inhale as you reach the fingertips to the front of the mat and maybe towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the elbows together and give your shoulder blades a squeeze. Inhale, reach forwards. It's like a leg pull down. Exhale, squeeze. Neck is long. Your lower back is long. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Make sure your back is not hurting. Twice more. And one last time. Big reach. And squeeze the shoulder blades. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Bring the feet hip distance. Push up onto all fours and sit back into child's pose. Coming onto fingertips and pressing the chest through. So you're starting to stretch the chest. A bit of rocking side to side, so moving. Think about your breathing again. It's nice and long whilst you're lengthening the front of the shoulders. Take one more breath here. And then hands flat, still reaching forwards. Hands are no wider than your shoulders. Tug the toes and find your first downward dog. Paddle your heels once you're there. Lengthen the neck. Shrug the shoulders towards your lower back. Double check that the middle fingers are pointing to the front of the mat. Arms are straight. And I'm going to walk the legs a little bit wider than the hips to find the balance. Find your static downward dog. You want to bend the knees probably. And keep the heels off to start with, or maybe drop the heels down if you're quite flexible in the hamstrings. Reach the right fingertips towards the outside of the left leg, somewhere maybe towards the ankle if you feel that you're up for it, and hold that twist. Look at under the left armpit, left arm is straight, dropping the chest towards the mat. And then come back, changing over. Just a gentle twist on the spine. Again, left fingertips on the outside of the right leg, maybe the ankle if you can. Look under the right armpit and hold. Also strengthen the right shoulder joint as well. And then left hand comes down. Find your downward dog. Bring your feet hip distance again. And then slowly walk the hands back towards the feet. So you're going to find yourself in the back of the mat. One halfway lift once you're there to lengthen the spine. Big inhale and exhale, then go down. You can hug the back of your knees if it feels nice. Make sure you're loosening your neck. Let the crown of your head drop to the mat instead of your chin. And then put your hands flat again. Walk out into a high plank position. Feet are hip distance, hands are shoulder distance. Shoulders above the wrists, finding the tight core here. Nice long body line. Tucking pelvis slightly. And then take a big inhale as you exhale. Bring the right knee to the left elbow or the left armpit. Try and touch and hold. Bit of shaking the core, hopefully. Step the right leg back. Big inhale. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow or towards the right armpit. The higher you bring it, the harder it will be. Push it back. Let's do one more each way. Inhale. Right knee to left elbow or armpit, even higher if you want to round your back and twist that back. Push it back, inhale. Exhale, left elbow, left knee to right elbow, hold. And then push it back. Take a big inhale, exhale, lower onto your front, going through your chaturanga. Untug the toes, inhale, open up into full cobra, and exhale, push into your downward dog. Finally stretch again. We're starting to warm up. And then make your way to the front of the mat into a wide yogic squat straight away. Make sure toes are pointing outwards, the heels are down. And then start sitting your tailbone low. Elbows on the inside of your knees. Wiggle around a bit, move around with the first one. Just find that stretch in the inner thighs. And then think about wide knees. Think about tailbone low, but the crown of your head is high. So try and keep that back straight if possible. And hands on the mat, push your bum up. Bring your feet together. So the big toes and the heels are touching. Take a big inhale into a halfway lift. And exhale, forward, fold. Round your back, bend your knee and come up slowly. And then reach up on the top, big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to go into our backs. Now you have the option just to go into your bum. We're going to end up in a boat pose. Or let's sit down into your first chair pose. Don't worry too much about it, just sit your bum low. Squeeze your knees together. And let's see if we can sit a bit lower. At some point, if you need the hands behind you, just put them down behind you and end up on your bum. Otherwise, just carry on sitting down as low as you can and pop your bum onto the mat. Once you're there, find your first V-sit. I know I'm going very fast, I'm so sorry. Grab the back of your knees, sit up and round your back. Feel the stomach muscles switching on. And then relax the fingertips to the front, lengthen your neck, shoulders away from your ears, but keep sucking in the belly button and lift up into the boat pose. If you want to keep the feet down, that is absolutely fine. I'm keeping the legs bent for now, and I'm extending the right leg. Bend the right knee, extend the left leg. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, bring it back. Now you have the option to put a bit of twist into it. I put the fingertips around the ears and it becomes harder as I'm opening the elbows. Extend the right leg and the right knee's elbow is coming towards the left knee, and hold. Back to center. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, extend that left knee and the left elbow is coming to the right knee. Hold. And then come back. Let's do 2 more each way, but we're going to hold it. So twist over to your left as you're trying to touch the right elbow to the left knee and hold. Come back to center. I'm shaking. Twist over to your right. Keep sucking belly button in. If you need to pop your feet onto the mat, please do. And just hold your V-sit. 1 more each way back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Twist to the left. Hold. Come back to center. Over to your right. And then back to center. I'm really shaking now. Arms to the front. Hold it or extend just for a breath. And then let's go into our lower backs. Tuck the knees in. Massage your lower back. Relax your head and shoulders onto the mat. Now we are going to roll up into a wide yogic squat again. Take your time with this one because we will have a few of these. So I'm going to use the momentum to start with a bit of rocking forward and backward, and then open the knees, feet flat if you can, and then land with your feet wide, toes out. Take your time. You might need the hands behind you to start with. And then once you're there, just find that yogic squat again. That's your second one. Push the elbows into the knees. I'm sorry. It's nice to have a partner in the room to help you up. And then look forwards and maybe press the knuckles into the palm. Hands flat, bum up. Sandwich the feet together. Take a big inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and give your hamstrings a bit of a stretch. Wiggle around still if you need to. Still just mobilizing. Then bend your knees round your back, come up. Reach up on the top, big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the arms by your side as we flow together. Inhale, chair. Sitting bum low, heels are down, hold. Exhale. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right leg back only into a long lunge position. Hold your runner's lunge just for a split second. And then pop the back knee onto the mat, untuck the toes and lift up into crescent moon. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center and twist to your left. Let's try and put the right elbow onto the left thigh. Point the left knee elbow up to the ceiling, lengthen the spine, and let's hold it for a little bit longer for the first twist. Make sure you're bending the left knee. Think about taking the tummy off of your left thigh. And maybe press into that right elbow a bit more. You might have that twist. You might be able to open your arms straight away, so spread them wide, open the chest. If not, just keep the hands together. And then hands back to heart center. Reach up into crescent moon again, big inhale. Exhale, put the right hand on the mat, lift the right knee off of the mat and come into easy twist, left fingertips to the ceiling. So your right knee is straight and you're still sitting in that long lunge position. Reach the left fingertips towards the front of the mat. So you're lengthening on the top side and just hold that nice stretch. Keep turning your ribcage and your armpit to the ceiling. Feel the lengthening. Now land those left fingertips on the inside of the left foot. Let's turn into a side lunge straight away on your left foot. So I'm pivoting the right heel onto the mat. I'm sorry, I'm going to turn my back on you. And I'm turning the left toes towards my right. And I'm sitting into the first side lunge. I've got fingertips on the mat, pressing the left elbow into the left knee. Just taking my time. So we take a few breaths here just to find that stretch. And then maybe slowly start sitting lower and lower, but keeping the toes, left toes and knees going the same way. Wiggle around, move around with the first one if you want. If you're already quite low and you can think about lengthening the spine, then look forwards. If you can take the hands off of the ground straight away, please do. Otherwise, keep them down. This is your first one. Let's take it slow. Now bring the hands onto the mat. Lift your bum high. Walk the hands to the middle of the mat. Bring your feet parallel. Inhale as you look forwards like a halfway lift, and exhale, stretch the inner thighs. Wide-legged forward fold. Next one, we come around this way. We will leave this out. But for now, let the hamstrings and inner thigh stretch. By all means, if you want to reach behind you, maybe turn the fingertips around or grab the back of your legs. Feel free to do that. Make sure you're giving your hamstrings a stretch. You feel it in your groin, inner thighs. On your next inhale, bend the knees, put your hands on your hips, flatten the back and hinge up. We are kind of just transitioning onto your right heel. So you're going to the other side. I'm confusing you now. And sit into a warrior two. So turn the right foot and sit down into a warrior two. And turn around. Don't be too confused. So you're sitting on your right heel, your left knee is straight. Let's reverse. Right fingertips are flipping and going up to the ceiling. Hold it in that reverse position. Bend the right knee a bit lower. Point the right knee to the front. Reach the left fingertips towards the left ankle as far as you can. So you're bending backwards as much as possible without hurting your back. Take another big inhale as you reach further. Exhale, cartwheel around, but the left hand lands. The right fingertips are going to the ceiling. Come into a lunge position, lift the left heel. And we're going to go into a side plank, but we land the right toes behind you into a wild thing. So swing that right leg behind you. Land it on the right side of the left side of the mat. Lift the hip and point the right fingertips to the back of the mat. And hold. Slowly come back into a high plank. Take a big inhale. Exhale, chaturanga as slowly as you wish. Inhale, cobra upward dog as you're flipping the feet around. Open the front of the body. Exhale, downward dog. Hold it for one more breath. Finding that stretch in the chest. On your next inhale, look forward, step or jump into a wide yogic squat again. You should be getting a bit more mobile on those hips. Taking your time here. I know you're facing away from me, I'm so sorry. But you kind of know the rest. Fingertips on the mat, push your bum up high. Heel toe the feet in, toes together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into a standing position, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center and release the arms by your side. Let's go into a chair pose again. Inhale, reach the arms up, sit your bum low. And we are going to go onto our backs again. Practically do roughly the same we've been doing. So take your time to keep the heels low, sit as low as you can. Anytime you need to put the fingertips behind you. End up on your bum, start in a V-sit. Engage your core muscles, suck in the belly button, and lift up into a boat pose when you're ready, with knees bent. Just hold the boat pose for now, no twists. Now we're thinking about rolling up into a chair pose again. But before I do that, I'm going to rock onto my back so I gain the momentum. As I roll back, I hug the knee. Use the momentum to roll onto the feet together. So I'm hugging in, I'm rolling back. And the feet together this time, try and land on my feet. You might want to come higher straight away. Find your chair pose in your own time. Again, use the hands behind you if you need to. There you go. And there is your chair pose. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. You're familiar with the rest. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left leg steps back, runner's lunge, and hold. Your right knee's bent, your right knee's in line with the right ankle. Left knee straight. Drop the left knee onto the mat, untuck the toes. Reach the arms up, crescent moon. Big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center and twist to your right. Left elbow on the right thigh. Point the right elbow up to the ceiling. Let's just hold that twist. Long spine, lifting the crown of the head to the front of the mat. Bending right knee. Tummy's coming off the thigh. If you want to open the arms, feel free to do that. Otherwise, keep the hands together. Just feel the twist in the back. Make sure you're not straining your shoulders. Hands back together. Reach up, crescent moon. As you exhale, left hand comes down. Lift the back knee off. Reach the right fingertips to the ceiling. Easy twist. And find a nice twist in the spine. Make sure you're stacking the shoulders on top of each other if possible. Turn the rib to the ceiling. Right fingertips are reaching to the front of the mat, or your front of the mat anyway, to lengthen the right side of your body. Keep turning your shoulder, your right armpit to the ceiling. Bring that right hand on the inside of the right foot, turning into a side lunge on your right heel. So start pivoting the left heel onto the mat and turn the right toes towards the left side of the mat. And sit down into that side lunge. That should be your other side. Press the right elbow into the right knee and take your time. Wiggle around, move around if you need to sit lower. And wherever you are, straight spine. Keep the hands on the mat for now. This is your first one. We're going to come around. And then place the hands onto the mat. Push your bum up high. Let's go through that wide-legged forward fold one more time. So maybe a little halfway lift as you inhale and exhale forward a bit further than before. So let's get those hips mobile and flexible. Hold it for one more breath. And then bend the knees, hands on your hips, flat back, hinge up. Inhale, exhale onto the left heel, warrior two. So you should be back to the front of the mat. So you're facing to the front of the mat where you started. Roll the shoulders back. And when you're ready, flip the left palm. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, cartwheel all the way around. So the right hand is landing. Lift the left fingertips to the ceiling and come into that easy twist. When you're ready, sweep that left leg all the way around behind you. And once you've landed the left toes, lift the hips and then reach the left fingertips in front of you or to the front of the mat. And hold. Turn back into a high plank. Take a big inhale, look forwards. Exhale, lower into your front, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward dog as you're opening the front of the body. And exhale, downward dog. Step or jump forwards into a wide yogic squat. Sit low. You're getting more and more flexible in those hips. Tailbone low. Lift the crown of your head. Keep pressing into the knees. Hands flat, bum up, heel to the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into a standing position. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're just going to go through a sun salutation. Forget about this, this will come back. Release the arms, just a sun salutation. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga or leave out and meet us in downward dog. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. And just hold your downward dog for a sec. Drop your knees onto the mat. Come onto your forearms, but I'm going to stack them, one in front of the other. So instead of having them parallel, I'm going to stack them. Come to the front. Tuck your tailbone, step back into a plank position. Push both heels over to your left. Lift the right arm, come into a side plank. You either stay here or lift your right foot, hover it, and touch your right knee to the right elbow whilst you're lifting the hip higher. Hold. Squeeze them together. Reach the arms and the legs again and come back into your side plank in the middle. Stack the forearms again. Changing sides. Heels go over to the left. Sorry, the right. Lift the left arm. Sorry, you're on the right, lifting the left arm. Hover the left leg. Big inhale as you exhale. Touch the left knee to the elbow. Lift the hip higher. Hold and squeeze. Extend the knees and arms. Come back into the middle for a side plank. Changing over. Heels to your left. Right arm lifts. Straight away, knee to elbow. Hold and squeeze. Lift the bum higher. Extend the arms. Turn back into the middle. Middle plank. Heels over to your right. Lift the left arm straight away. Left knee to left elbow. Lift the hip higher and hold. Extend. Come back to the middle. Hold it. Drop the knees onto the mat. And let's walk the hands forwards into a puppy. So I'm going to keep the hips above the knees. I'm tucking the toes and reaching the fingertips to the front. So we start stretching the shoulders to get ready for a forearm stand. You can drop the forehead onto the mat or the chin if you're more flexible. But again, if you're feeling that you're dropping the belly button to the mat, suck the belly button in. Give your tailbone a little tuck, which will make it harder, but you're also stretching the shoulders more. Hold it for one more breath. Lovely. And then relax, walk the hands back and just sit into a child's pose. You might want to relax the arms by your side. All right, if you have a wall, it might be a good one to use now. We're going to stand up, but I will give you some options. So bear with me. This is my wall. I'm going to find the distance. Hopefully, it's the length of my leg. Look down at my heel, and I'm going to put my elbows where my heel was. You might not like it, so we're going to talk about it. I've got palms down. If at any point you want to put the fingertips together as if you were going into a headstand, that's fine, but I find it more stable and actually harder on mobility to have the palms down. Lift the bum and step up and try and find the legs parallel, position where the legs are parallel to the ground. And just hold it, nothing else. If you feel there's too much on the shoulders, then you're going to stay in a plank position. Walk the feet towards the elbows just like before. Push the bum high and chest through. Now, once you're in the position, wherever you are, push your sternum downwards or towards the wall and suck the belly button in. So you should feel that instead of arching your lower back, you're actually trying to bring the belly button away from the wall or the mat. Again, you will feel that you require more mobility on the shoulders, but that is the point. Come down slowly and just sit onto your heels into child's pose. It might feel nice to stretch the back of your shoulders this time. So one arm comes across and just grab it above the elbow. Lovely. Roll the shoulders back a couple of times. Let's go back to the same position. Now we're going to have a play around with it, because I can see that Tom and Paul definitely are going to have a... sorry, Sophie, I can't see you. I forgot where my heel was. Okay, so once you're in the position, you're going to have a plank, pushing the chest through, tummy engaged. You're going to have a go and lift one leg just above you, no higher than that. Bring it down, engage the tummy, and lift the other leg above you, and bring it down. Maybe do about 2 each way, 3 each way. Again, if that's not an option, you're staying in a plank position on the mat. You're walking into your dolphin, chest through. Lift one leg, bring it down. Chest through, tummy engaged. Lift the other leg, bring it down. About 2 to 3 per side. Be very careful, make sure the heel comes above you, not behind you or to the side. So feel that the heel is above your hip. Nice and slow and controlled. Once you've done about 2 to 3, bring it down and sit into child's pose again. Make sure you're relaxing the arms by the side. Or again, if you want to give it another shoulder stretch. You might even want to do the eagle arm, if that's available, lifting arm, maybe pulling side to side. And then make sure you're doing it the other way as well. If not, just a shoulder stretch. But if you're doing the eagle arm, make sure you give it a little lift, shoulders away from the ears and turn side to side. Lovely, and relax. Sit into child's pose. Give it a little rest and we're going to go through your flow again. Reach forwards, find your downward dog. You should feel that your shoulders are more mobile. You might be a bit sore, tired, but they should be a bit more mobile. Your next inhale, look forwards, step or jump forwards into the yogic squat. Again, sit your bum down, stretch out those inner thighs. As we're getting warmer, you can have a little play while we are here. That's kind of your rest. You can open one way, fingertips on one side, elbow on the inside. Make sure you lengthen the spine and open the other way. If not, just keep pressing the elbows onto the knee. Lovely. And then once you've done both sides, then hands on the mat, push your bum up, heel to the feet together. Inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, stretching out those hamstrings. And then inhale, come all the way up, reach the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. I'm just going to start here because otherwise I'm going to turn my back on you again. Inhale, chair pose. Hold it here. Let's try and see if we can sit back. Roll all the way into your boat pose straight away. So as little time as you can spend with your transition. Find your stomach strength, find your boat pose. We're going to have a few options here. We're going to have to go back into the chair pose again. Now I can't go back from here, but if I go into a low boat, hopefully, then I might be able to come onto my heels. If not, tuck it in, gain the momentum, use the hands behind you if you need to, and find your chair pose. Nice. Once you're there, big inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right leg serves back, runner's lunge. Inhale, pop the back knee down, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Half moon. This is crescent moon actually. Hands to heart center as you exhale and turn to your left. Right elbow on the left thigh, twist the back. Hold it. If you're ready straight away, open the arms. Hold it for one more breath. Make sure you keep bending that front knee. Hands back to heart center. Inhale into crescent moon again. Now I'm going to add a little bit of extra. I'm going to reach the left fingertips to the back and try and reach my right hamstrings. To glide my hand down towards the right hamstrings. And then flip that right palm and give it a slight back bend. So you've got that twisted reverse lunge. Right hand on the mat. Easy twist. Lift the back knee. Left fingertips to the ceiling. Big inhale. Exhale. Reach to the front of the mat and circle the hand all the way around. Sit into a side lunge onto the left heel straight away. Find that position. Take maybe a breath here. Now focus on really strong spine. So straight, because we'll have to power up and sit into a warrior two onto the right heel. So make sure your back is straight, your left heel is flat. Take a big inhale. Push all the way up and sit onto your right heel into warrior two. So bend that right knee, open the arms into a T. Left leg should be straight, right knee's bent. Reverse the warrior, right fingertips to the ceiling, big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel down, and we're going to go into a wild thing straight away. So the left arm is going to land. Right fingertips to the ceiling, flip that left heel over onto the outside edge of the foot. Push that right leg behind you, land it on the toes, lift the hips, and reach the right fingertips to the front of the mat. Now this is the back of your mat for you. And hold it here for one more breath. Feel that back extension. Feel the strength from the glutes as you're lifting the hips. And then come back into high plank. Meet us in downward dog if you want, otherwise big inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. You're facing away from me now, possibly. On your next inhale, look forward, step or jump to the front of the mat, wide yogic squat. Sit down. This is your rest, so play again if you want to open. So that the fingertips on the mat, reach up with the other arm to twist the back, long spine, keep pressing the elbow against the knee. And then come back to center, change the other way, or just hold that stretch. And then come back to center, fingertips on the mat, push your bum up, heel to the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into a standing position, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center, release the arms. Inhale, chair, sit your bum down and carry on sitting down, ending up in your boat pose on your bum. Take your time, but as little wiggle around as you can. Find your boat pose. If you can, straighten the legs straight away. Now think about it. You've got another breath or two. You'll have to end up in your chair pose again. Roll back if you need to, or use that low boat pose when you're touching the lower back down. And go for it, nice. And then end up in your chair pose in your own time. Make sure low back is not aching once you're there, beautiful. Inhale, reach a bit higher with the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left leg back, runner's lunge. Inhale, drop the back knee, reach the arms up, crescent moon. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to your right. Left elbow on the right thigh. Right elbow pointing to the ceiling. When you're ready, open the arms if you want. And hold it for one more inhale. And one more exhale. Hands back to heart center, reach up into crescent moon. Big inhale. Now I've got right fingertips coming to the back, trying to glide them down on the left hamstring towards the left knee. And then reach the left fingertips towards the ceiling, give it a slight back bend. Big inhale. As you exhale, left hand on the mat, easy twist. Lift the left knee, right fingertips to the ceiling. And hold. Reach the right fingertips to the front of the mat. And then circle it all the way around on the inside of the right foot. Turn into a side lunge on the right heel. Pivot the left heel down. Sit your bum down into that onto that right heel. And take another breath to find that really strong glute, strong right thigh. Straight back if you can. And when you're ready, power up. Inhale, left heel, warrior two. So you're turning back to the front where we started. Inhale, reverse the warriors. Keep gliding the right fingertips toward the right ankle. And then cartwheel down into a wild thing. So I'm coming down, the right hand is on the mat and flipping on the outside edge of the right foot. Left foot comes around. Land it behind you, lift the hip and reach the fingertips to the back of the mat, front of the mat now. And hold. Come back into high plank. Take a big inhale to prepare. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And hold that downward dog for a breath. I'm going to have another go with your pincher, with your forearm stand. So think about the options while you're dropping the knees down. You might want to release the tension in the arms. Now you have the option to stay in a forearm plank. You have the option to do exactly the same that you were doing before. But if you want to have a go and you make sure that the wall is behind you, you can have a go here. Again, I'm making sure that my shoulders, my elbows are no wider than my shoulders. I've got about this much distance between my fingertips and the wall, but you might want to come closer if you're not sure. And I'm going to kick up, but I will remember that I kick off of one leg, and then the other leg. Come forwards, chest through. So I'm looking towards the ankles. I'm going to kick up off my left leg, find the wall behind me, just with one leg, and I try and really lift and straighten the whole body. What you don't want to do is this, because it really strains the back. It doesn't train the core. So make sure you're assisting with one leg, but the other leg is reaching up, and you're very straight between the crown of your head and that one tippy toe. Remember which leg you're taking off of. Have a go with that. And then make sure you try the other side as well. There will be one side that you prefer. Don't, please be careful, because you're very close to the edge of the wall. And I don't want you to fall back. You might want to kick up with your left leg first on, just to be on the safe side, so you definitely catch the wall. But don't forget, if you choose your previous options, that is okay. If it's available, try and take off from the other leg. Again, just like your handstand, you might not like it, but try. One leg is supporting you, bending that knee to have it on the wall, but the other leg is straight and reaching towards the ceiling. So your ultimate goal is to have that straight back. You're not arching, you're trying to find the core. Think about pushing the armpit towards where you're looking. So again, straight line between the elbows and the toes. Tummy tight. And then make this the last one and come down slowly. Sit into your child's pose. And just give your arms a little break. Take a few breaths here. So if you're still going, you might as well finish off that move. Lovely. Once you're there, and once you've rested your shoulders, I'm going to go through your flow one last time, and then we stretch. Right, reach the arms forwards, find your downward dog. Find a stretch again. Make sure your neck is long, because you might feel it in your neck now. Your next inhale, bend the knees, look forwards, jump into a yogic squat, Malasana. Again, take a couple of breaths here, play if you want. If you already have that really warm back, you might want to do the twist. And you might want to try and bind. And then turning that shoulder up to the ceiling. If not, just stay with that twist. Make sure you're lengthening the back if possible. Do one each way and then come back to center, push into that knees one last time. Lovely, and then hands on the mat, bum high, heel to the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into standing position. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then release the arms, and let's do the floor each way one more time. Inhale, chair. Keep sitting down, find yourself in your boat pose. Find your boat pose. Hold it for about one more inhale. Think about your chair already, how you want to get there. One more exhale. Take your time if you need to. Find your chair pose. Hold it there for one more inhale. One more exhale. Reach the fingertips a little bit higher. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg back, runner's lunge. Pop the back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, twist to your left. Hands to heart center, twist. Right elbow pressing into the knee or open the arm straight away. Hold it for one more inhale. One more exhale. We are going to twist, so the left fingertips will go onto your right hamstrings. So keep the arms open if you want to. Inhale, reach up. Right fingertips are reaching up, so you're reversing that lunge. And exhale, easy twist. Right hand on the mat, left fingertips to the ceiling. Lifting the right heel off, right knee off. Let's turn into a side lunge onto the left heel. Sit there nice and low. Find a straight back straight away. One more inhale. One more exhale. Look to your right heel. Inhale, power up. Exhale, warrior two, bend the right knee. Inhale, reverse. Right fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, wild thing. You cartwheel all the way around. The left hand down. Sweep that right leg back. Lift the hip. Reach the right fingertips to the front of the mat. And hold it for one more inhale. One more exhale. Now I'm going to do my chaturanga, hopefully on 3 legs or 1 leg, 2 arms. Turn back into high plank, but I'm hovering the right foot. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, chaturanga. I'm landing both feet. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, malasana, wide yogic squat. Take a couple of breaths here. Play with the opening or the bind if you want, but we will be quick here. Hands on the mat, push your bum high. Heel toe the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into standing. Exhale, hands to heart center, release the arms, other side. Reach up, chair, inhale. Keep sitting down onto your bum, find your boat pose. Exhale. Hold it for one more inhale, think about your chair. Hold it for one more exhale. Start making your way into your chair pose. Once you're there, make sure you're tucking the tailbone. Hold it for one more inhale. And on your exhale, fold forward straight away. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left leg back, runner's lunge. Pop the left knee onto the mat, reach the arms up. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to your right. Left elbow on the right thigh. And open the arms straight away if you want. Hold it for one more inhale. One more exhale, keep the arms open if you want. Right fingertips are coming onto the left hamstrings. Come around, inhale, reach the left fingertips to the ceiling. And exhale, hold. Let's make our way into easy twist. Left hand on the mat, right fingertips to the ceiling, lift the back knee, easy twist. Inhale. And exhale, bring the right hand on the inside of the right foot. Sit on into side lunge on the right heel. Find that stretch. Find a straight back. Hold it for one more inhale. One more exhale. Look towards your left. Inhale, power up. Exhale, warrior two onto your left heel. Inhale, reverse. Reach the left fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, right hand onto the mat. Wild thing. Pushing that left leg all the way back and behind you. Lift the hips. Reach the left fingertips to the front of the mat. Find your wild thing. That slight back bend. And hold it for one more inhale. One more exhale. High plank, I'm hovering the left foot. You don't have to, you can land it. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, chaturanga. Both feet on the mat. Inhale, cobra upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And hold. Long breaths. Drop the knees onto the mat. Onto the toes, just sit onto your heels. Let's open the back of the shoulders again. Just give it a little stretch again, if it's available. Go for your eagle pose. Otherwise, just pull across, make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. And then the other way, slowly change over. I'm going to do another stretch there. And then release, come onto all fours. Let's thread the needle. I've got right arm up. I thread that right arm underneath the left armpit. The right shoulder is going all the way down on the right ear if you can. And if that's enough, that's good enough for me. Otherwise, reach the left fingertips towards the front of the mat. Or you can always open and lift the left fingertips towards the ceiling. So trying to stack the shoulders. See which one gives you a better twist. I'm feeling it in the back, which is quite nice. And then see if we are brave enough to lift the left foot off of the ground and extend it. Be careful, it's really, really easy to fall over. Keep pushing the right hand, back of the hand onto the mat. And I'm bringing the left hand down first. And then the left knee down. Slowly, lovely. Come back onto all fours. Find that box position. Let's do the other side. Left arm up, inhale. Exhale, thread. Back of your left shoulder is going down, left ear is going down. You either just reach the right fingertips to the front of the mat to stretch. Or reach the right fingertips to the ceiling. And if you feel very, very brave, very slowly start lifting the right foot and the right knee off and lift that right foot high. So trying to find a straight line between your right shoulder and the right heel. And I bring the right hand down first and then the right knee. Back onto all fours. Tuck the toes under, one more puppy. Keeping hips above the knees, reaching fingertips to the front. Pressing chest through. Again, you can relax your forehead, your chin on the mat, but you should be able to go a bit further than before. Once you've reached your maximum, tug the tailbone. And hold it for 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to come forwards into Sphinx. So push your body weight forward, the whole shoulder. Hips are resting on the mat, press the feet into the mat. Elbows under the shoulders. Palms are flat, open the collarbones. Start lifting the heart to the ceiling. Make sure it's your stomach, not your lower back. And then relax the shoulders down. Very slowly bring your hands under the shoulders and sit back onto all fours. Try not to do a press up now. Around your back here. And then push the feet to one side, hips the other way, find yourself on your bum. Let's do one more spinal twist. I've got left leg straight in a seated position. I'm going to hug the right knee in and then bring it across on the outside of the left thigh. Right fingertips behind you, long spine. Reach the left arm up, big inhale. Exhale, press that left elbow against the right knee. Look over your right shoulder. Keep lengthening the spine and take 5 long breaths. Feel that lovely stretch in the lower back. And come back to center. Send the right leg long, left knee in. Hug it in. And across. Left fingertips behind you. Draw up the spine long. Right arm up, big inhale. And exhale, press that right elbow against the left knee. Look over your left shoulder. Feel that twist and start your 5 long breaths. And then slowly come back. Look to the front, one more forward fold here. So I'm lengthening both legs. Use the strap around the feet if you need to. Sit up, 2 feet together, pointing toes up. Big inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold forwards from the hips. And grab wherever you need to, use the strap. On your next inhale, release out with long spine. And exhale, forward a bit further. And one more time, inhale, release slightly. And exhale, long spine. Stretch further. You can drop the head if you want. There is no tension on your neck either. Make sure there is no tension on your lower back either. And then slowly release out of it. Let's go into our backs one more time. You can make it fast or slow. I'm going to roll back with the knees bent. Take it slow if you want. Just going to do one more glute stretch once you're there. Tuck the knees in. Massage your lower back for a sec. And then left heel comes on the right thigh, flexing the left foot. Glute stretch here, reach for the right thigh if it's there. If you have a different glute stretch, feel free to do that one. And I promise we are almost there. And inside. Right heel on the left thigh. Pull the left thigh in. And relax. Find a Shavasana just for 5 long breaths. If you want the corpse pose, that is absolutely fine. Otherwise, I'm putting the soles of the feet together for a hip stretch, dropping the knees out into a butterfly. And you might want to stack the forearms as just drop them overhead. You might find it uncomfortable, so just find your Shavasana corpse pose. And make sure your back is comfortable, your lower back, your head. And then close your eyes and let's take 5 long breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. Release the tension in the muscles. Release the tension in your face. Get heavy on the mat. And once you've done that, roll onto one side. Just hold it on your side, maybe for a breath. And slowly make your way into seated position. Sit up with a flat back, strong spine, shoulders back. Just finish it with the neck, pressing the heel of the hand down, turning the ear away from that shoulder. Maybe help with that other hand if you want to pull across very gently. And then change sides. Heel of the hand is pressing down, turning the ear away from the shoulder. Help with the other hand if you want. And then relax. Drop the chin down to the chest. Just hold it there for a sec. You might feel this tomorrow, because there might be a lot of tension in the neck, so please make sure you remember this stretch. You can always pull gently with the hands if you want. And then release and circle your head one way. And change direction. And lift your gaze and finish it off. Inhale, reach up. Exhale into heart center. Thank you very much, everyone. Namaste.